Following last week's WWE Raw, an audience member attacked Jey Uso, and Triple H resorted to, on the internet to address the issue. Logan Paul, pretending to be a fan, was the one who attacked. In the fight for the title of World Heavyweight Champion, the Maverick ranks first. Despite the fact that Backlash takes place this coming Saturday, the promoter has still not confirmed the fight's air date or venue. In this week's Raw main event, the Yeet Master defended his world title against Seth Rollins. The Visionary won the battle via disqualification following an attack on Rollins by CM Punk. Jey Uso signed autographs and chatted with fans at ringside after the show aired. A man in a hoodie, who later turned out to be Logan Paul, attacked him. Afterwards, Triple H tweeted from X, saying that Logan Paul bolted after assaulting Jey Uso. At ringside, CM Punk and Sami Zayn made sure the Food Master was okay. Due to the fact that titles cannot be transferred via DQ, Seth Rollins remains the World Heavyweight Champion despite Jill's defeat. The Enterprise Center in St. Louis was filled with an electrifying crowd when the last bell sounded. After a fierce battle, Jey Uso emerged victorious against Finn Balor as Monday Night Raw came to a close. When the lights went out, the crowd thought the show had ended. However, the events that followed would cause a storm of criticism, worry, and a strong reaction from Triple H, WWE's chief content officer. The mood changed as Jey thanked the crowd from the second rope. Without hesitation, a man in a black hoodie leaped over the barrier and dashed towards the ring, outrunning security. He then pushed Jey off his feet. As Jey tripped and fell awkwardly, the onlookers gasped in shock as he narrowly avoided a catastrophic injury. As Jey sat on the mat, taken aback, security ultimately apprehended the man and removed him from the stadium. As some cheered on, others stared in shock, and yet others started screaming, "Jey, Jey, Jey," in unison. Jey, who was visibly shaken but otherwise conscious and attentive, was checked on by members of the locker room, including Sami Zayn, Ricochet, and Cody Rhodes. Numerous fan-recorded videos online were already playing back the mayhem when Triple H reached gorilla position. He arrived at ringside 1 minute afterward. Teeth gnashed together, fire blazing in my eyes while Jey kneeled at his side. He asked, "Are you okay?" "My back's a little tweaked, but I'm good," Jey murmured, his voice betraying his obvious distress. Standing up, Triple H faced the rest of the ringside staff. "Take him to the emergency room immediately," he ordered in a low but firm voice. Despite the fact that the cameras were now following him, Triple H surged into the corridor as the team led Jey to the back. Just 1 hour later, WWE made a brief official announcement. Unauthorized physical contact between a fan and Jey Uso occurred after Raw went off the air. The person has been taken into police custody. WWE will take full legal action and has a zero-tolerance policy for this kind of behavior. Medical staff from WWE are now assessing Jey. However, Triple H didn't stop there. He unexpectedly convened a press conference behind the scenes later that evening. With a mix of tiredness and wrath, he stared into the sea of recorders, microphones, and phones, still wearing his suit from the concert. His voice was firm but forceful as he said, "I don't care if you purchased a ticket. What happened tonight is not acceptable. It makes no difference how fervent your feelings are. Crossing that line transforms you from a fan into a criminal." In order to collect himself, he paused and inhaled deeply. "One of the most esteemed members of our locker room is Jey Uso. He has worked hard for everything that he has. I assure you, you will have your chance if you think you can control him simply because you dislike a plot point or want to make a video go viral." Sure thing, Triple H further stated in court that WWE's internal security procedures will be examined. "Even though we have one of the most stringent setups in live sports entertainment, we nevertheless make mistakes. I own up to the fact that what transpired this evening was a security breach, and we will rectify the situation." Triple H gave Jey Uso some reassurance when asked if he would miss any time. "Jey's not easy. It hurts. Even though he's irritated, he's fine. Even though we aren't hurrying Jey, we do know that he will be prepared to throw hands upon his return to SmackDown." numerous celebrities appeared clearly distressed backstage. Talking to a WWE digital exclusive crew, Cody Rhodes said, "When something like that happens, it's not just a hit on Jey, it's a hit on all of us. We put our bodies on the line every night. We give the fans everything." The man in question violated a fundamental principle. Even more cowardly was Sami Zayn's action. "The ring serves as a haven for us. The perpetrator assaulted our brother in our home." In response, fans worldwide took to social media, quickly going viral with hashtags like #JusticeForJey and #ProtectTheSuperstars. WWE greats such as Mick Foley, Booker T, and The Rock both spoke out against the attack and praised Triple H for their reaction. On Friday that followed, WWE SmackDown, a strong video package addressing the situation, was aired by WWE. It included exclusive footage from Raw, responses from behind the scenes, and Triple H's now viral comment, "By jumping the barrier, you have effectively forfeited your freedom." A lot of people were surprised when Jey Uso made an appearance in person. He emerged to a resounding ovation, clearly moved, while wearing a brace across his abdomen. With an air of both modesty and defiance, he stood in the ring, microphone in hand, and spoke to the audience. "I was going to skip tonight's show because my body hurts and my mind is all over the place. But then I had an epiphany. No amount of foolishness can ever diminish the love I have for the WWE Universe and for all of you." With an even more ferocious tone, he lifted the microphone once more. "And to the man who leaped on me, you may have made headlines, but I'm standing here. You were not the one who broke me. Someone has just kindled an unquenchable flame within me, and it's you." With his arms crossed and a proud nod, Triple H observed from behind the scenes. In a later digital exclusive, he aptly summarized it. "That's the reason behind our actions. To address that emotional response, this is more than just wrestling. It's a family affair, and nobody dares meddle with the USOs, as Jey Uso recently reminded the world." WWE has subsequently promised that future events will be much more secure, and sources close to the organization have verified that the assailant is currently facing many charges, including trespassing and assault. Some insiders think this unfortunate incident might set the stage for one of the most emotionally charged storylines in Uso's career, and Uso's resilience has only added to his status among fans. As Triple H said backstage that night, Jey may have gotten knocked down, but now he's about to rise higher than ever. On Raw, Triple H finally announces blockbuster Jey Uso. On Monday Night Raw, Triple H tweeted to build excitement for the amazing main event in Omaha, Nebraska, but he chose not to comment on the huge Jey Uso announcement. The first part of Raw featured the main event. Paul abruptly stops Jey Uso from taking the stage. In response to his call out of Logan Paul, Paul Heyman unleashed a furious tirade in which he explained his treachery of Roman Reigns and CM Punk. On Raw, he also managed to trick Jey Uso into letting Seth Rollins defend his world title. Triple H ramped things up by finally speaking out about it before Raw's enormous main event. What Triple H does with things on tonight's Raw is going to be interesting to watch. Though his popularity as a world champion is indisputable, some fans still worried that Jey Uso's role is more of a filler. Paul Heyman basically said in a backstage segment that he had influenced Jey Uso to give Seth Rollins a shot at the Raw title. This is the zenith of Rollins' plans to gain, maintain, and increase his influence within WWE. The Red Brand's fortunes have taken a wild turn. Ever since the shocking moment on Monday Night Raw when Jey Uso unexpectedly returned and interrupted the main event between Damien Priest and Seth Rollins, the WWE Universe has been abuzz with excitement. Standing ovation from the audience and stunned expressions from the commentators, Jey Uso's spectacular kick in the main event not only shook the contest to its very core, but it also represented